Hi guys, I thought I would just talk to you a little bit about the meals I've been having. This is a lunch that I'm using one of these wraps that I have. They're two points each from Sam's Club. And I buy the ready-made chicken breast there because they're flavored with rosemary. So easy, just grab one of these. I'm gonna grab one of these, put it in the tortilla with a little bit of Laughing Cow cheese and some basil and roll it up. And that's going to be like super easy. I love the fresh basil from Trader Joe's. That's regular Laughing Cow cheese. And then I've got some fresh fine ripe tomatoes here. I'm going to roll it all up. And I have this beef and barley soup that I made the other night. That's going to be actually my lunch, not my dinner. And lunch tends to be my biggest portion of food for the day. And so I don't mind having a little bit of like a soup and salad or something, a sandwich and salad. And this garlic mustard from Trader Joe's just takes it up to another level. And here's my high protein dessert. It's chocolate mousse that is in my dessert section in the playlist of my channels, that go down there and check it out. It's just like a 1-minute video, very good, very quick. And I actually kind of sprinkle a Metamucil cookie wafer up on top there for 1 point. So for dinner, sometimes we'll just have some peaches, green beans, and this is a fat-free pita, whole wheat pita from Trader Joe's that I made a pizza on. The next morning, this is a typical breakfast. I'll have half a cup of egg whites and egg, and then a cup of oats. And I just gussy those up with pumpkin seeds and fruit, blend some brown sugar swerve and nut pods. And this is a picky plate kind of lunch, some soup and pretzels and chicken breast. And this is a real quick dinner. Usually it's a soup. And I made these fat-free pumpkin drop biscuits. I think I need to make that into a little video so that if you want to try those, you can. They're extremely soft. There's no added fat into them, and the kids love them. They ate all of them that night. Next morning, I had some blueberry pancakes. These are no fat as well. And then Honey made me a chicken breast sandwich for lunch, and I also had some beans that I cooked overnight. Hi guys, okay, so I wanted to check in with you. There are some things that I didn't show you on this video, and so full disclosure, I did have some pictures, and I was getting rid of a lot of stuff on my phone trying to make room, and I got rid of some of the stuff. But anyway, yeah, so there was some kettle corn that we picked up at the Harvest Festival the other night. I think it was, what was it? Tuesday night. This is Thursday, so night before last. And then we had a hamburger that night. They were selling hamburgers and hot dogs. And Honey and I shared chips. I did have some candy. I had 4 pieces, Kit Kat and Reese's. So that was a lot, but little fun size, you know what I mean? I just don't normally have that many, and I was enjoying myself. We went out for a family lunch on last Thursday, and it was, went to a place called Windy City, and they sell hamburgers and hot dogs, and I thought, you know, that was the first hamburger that I had of the week, and I ate perfectly, like for 3 days before that, so I didn't feel bad at all. I just wanted a hamburger and fries, and I got that. But then when I had another hamburger on Harvest Festival night, I thought, that's like 2 hamburgers that are, and you know, they're burgers that, when I make burgers, I try to buy the really lean ground beef, right? And I get grass-fed and blah, blah, blah. And I know when you go somewhere else, that's not what you're getting. You're probably getting like 80% lean or something like that. You know, it's got a lot more fat in it. So the points are going to be higher. Calories and fat are going to be higher. And then yesterday got into a pickle, and one of our kids had to have a basketball practice way down at the other side of town. And so we ran off schedule. I had to take him in the car, had another child with me as well. And we both needed to eat lunch after we dropped off our older son. And it was already 3:30 and we didn't have lunch, so we were just starving by that time. So we went across the street and pulled into a place called Freddy's Fabulous Custard and Steak Burgers. And trust me, there's no chicken on the menu. It's just steak burgers. And the one that was least super sloppy deluxe was the original steak burger, so that's what I got. And I just, oh, the calories and the fat, you know, and I got it with the fries, and I ate half of the fries. They were really skinny ones. And then I had it's called a mini, but it's like a small custard, and I ate half of that and brought the other half home, put it in the freezer. But anyway, so I woke up this morning and I had been doing so well, you know, little by little after I had major surgery, you know, 2.5 weeks ago or so, almost 3 weeks ago. And this morning was the first time I had to go back and take the 800 ibuprofen. I mean, it just had hurt so bad, I couldn't stand up straight. And it was just a real rough morning. So I've been kind of taking it easy today because I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But whatever it was, I think that, you know, having what I did yesterday kind of like was inflammatory, and I probably shouldn't have been eating that way. That was the third, well, there was 2 hamburgers before the weigh-in this week, and then that hamburger was this week. I think I'm okay on hamburgers now. I really do. I think that I can do something else now. But anyway, the weigh-in yesterday morning, sorry I didn't put that up, I'm up 1.2, which I'm not surprised of. I mean, it was a real wonky week. And the night before weigh-in was the Harvest Fair. And I woke up at 12:15 and I was really sick. I thought I was going to lose it. And I think it was all the sugar that I ate that night. So I thought, you know what? This weigh-in's going to be really, really wonky. And I feel like it was, you know, 1.4 up I totally expected it. Plus, I didn't feel like things were moving. But anyway, it is what it is. And now it's time to go on. But the one thing that really kind of bothered me this week was my letting myself go, it's okay to have the hamburgers. Because what's up with that? That's not my usual self. It's not usually what I do to stay on track, is eat hamburgers and fries. That's not usually what I do. But yes, I wanted them. Maybe I feel like I needed more protein this week or something. I don't know. But also, you know, I've been going stir crazy. I kind of feel very frustrated that I really can't work out much right now, and wanting to get better but not getting better as fast as I want to. It's been kind of frustrating. And now we're into the holidays, and I'm excited for the holidays. So I don't know, am I just excited about eating now? My appetite's returned. I have no idea, but I think I need to set some perimeters for myself. And I was thinking, you know, I can go back to some of my really old videos from like 8 years ago, right? And a lot of them I made private, that used to be like 100% plant-based, because I didn't want to have videos out there that just seemed too preachy on that, you know, that you should just eat this way and not that way. And so I kind of made them private, but some of them I left up if they're just like recipe videos or something like that. And I know that, you know, time will age you no matter what. I mean, you can age an awful lot in 8 years, and it's natural. But I'm just looking at weight. And I know that weight has something to do with age as well. It kind of creeps on us for different reasons. But I was looking at, you know, how I was able to stay at a certain weight and have a certain percentage of fat on my body at that particular time. And what was I doing to do that? Now, I was that weight when I was, let's just say I started out 100% plant-based, and then I started adding other things because I started Weight Watchers. And so I started, you know, adding in the other food groups as well for different reasons. I had some allergic reactions and stuff like that. I can't have soy, which I found out during that time. But anyway, I was looking at, I don't think that it was as much as what I was eating as much as it was what I wasn't eating.
And let me explain. So if I was, I started out going, okay, I'm just not going to eat anything with animal products in it. And I don't want to take out food groups now. That's not what I'm saying. So hear me out. What I was doing by taking out the animal products was inadvertently cutting my fat very low, whether that be regular fat or saturated fat or polyunsaturated or monounsaturated. My fat was low, and I certainly had very low saturated fat. But it's like, even avocado has saturated fat, but it's not as much as people think. It does have a lot of fat and good fats, but it only has like for a quarter of an avocado, it's like 1.3 or 1.5 grams of saturated fat. So it's really not that bad. But at the time, I had perimeters around my life that had inadvertently brought fat down, right? And so I'm looking at that going, I need some sort of perimeters and boundaries right now to help funnel me into an area, maybe not so much that I'm losing weight during the holidays right now, but that I'm not going to gain weight during the holidays, especially since I can't exercise, getting over surgery like this. I'm not going to be able, I talked to the doctor and he said, it'll be another 4 or 5 weeks until I'm going to release you to be able to do anything, you know what I mean, really, except for walking a bit. And so I'm looking at that going, I need to be able to lower my fat. Now, I know that some people lose weight through keto and low carb and stuff. And for me, that doesn't work for me because although I have tried it now and again, I don't have a gallbladder. So it's, when I do that, I start getting acid reflux and then getting it pretty bad. And esophageal cancer runs in my family on my mom's side, so I really want to stay away from that. I don't want heartburn. And so if I stay on a low-fat diet, I have found out that I don't get heartburn. But anyway, I was reading a book, and I will show it to you. It's, I got this at the library the other day, Cooking Without Fat. This is a really old book. And it's by this gentleman here. I don't know if you remember him. This was published in the 90s. I think his name, what is his name? George Matalian. Some of you might remember him. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But he has some YouTube videos out there. But he talks all about, and he does use fat, but he uses it in certain ways and things like that. And honestly, that picture of him on there, I think is the heaviest that I've seen him. As he got older in life and when he was younger, he was even a lot thinner. Not that he looks bad. It's just that I have seen him, drop even more with his eating style. And what I like to do is listen to people who have seemed to mastered what they're trying to teach other people, and they're living it themselves, and he has a good track record. So he talks about figuring out, he said that there's like 3 rules of living, low fat and buying things that are low fat. And I think, now one of them, I'll have to talk to you about that when I can wear my glasses and read, but the second rule, in any case, was not to buy anything on the package that says, figures out to be over 30% of the calories are from fat. And so that was really important. So he was saying, in order to figure it out, you look at, let's say you look at a bag of chips. The bag of chips is 150 calories. Let's just say it's 4 grams of fat, which is low for chips. All right, 4 grams of fat. So you take the 4 from the 4 grams of fat, and you times that times 9. Why 9? Because there's 9 calories in every gram of fat. So that's why we're doing that. So you take the 4, times it times 9. Now you have 36, right? And then you're going to go 36 divided by however many calories. So 100 divided by 150. And that will give you the percentage of fat from calories. And so if you figure that out, If it is more than 30%, it's probably a food that you should probably stay away from, he says. And so I thought, okay, let me do this. I started plugging in my chicken breasts, eggs, everything that I normally eat, right? And I figured out that, I know it's getting darker. I'm sorry, the sun's going down. Stay with me here, I'm almost done. It looked a lot different from the way that I eat now. And I think that if I could follow that advice, I could probably lose weight during the holidays. But I thought that what I would want to do is probably still include a certain amount of fat at maybe like one of the meals more than the others. And the reason why is because sometimes I take vitamins that are fat soluble, and I know that good fats are healthy for your brain and for your body and for your hormones. So I don't want to get so low that that's affected. I think that that is important as well. And I thought, let me try this for a week and see what that looks like, where I'm calculating these things that I'm having and trying to keep my fat at a certain percentage. And that will help me funnel away from hamburgers and away from French fries that are not air fried, right? Or have less fat. And it'll help funnel me into choices that are probably going to be a lot better for where I'm at right now. So anyway, I think the family's home. Okay, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to let you guys go for now. I am 1.4 up this week, and that's okay. We're going to go into November, and I have a plan. So I will keep you posted. All right, have a good night.